for Language and Communication on graphology. We have with us today Mr. Naveen Toshniwal, an eminent graphologist who is going to take us through understanding the nuances of graphology. Be it crossing your T's or dotting your I's, or be it the looping of your I's, G's, or Y's, every letter of your handwriting can be assessed and analyzed to determine your personality traits, known as graphology. It is believed that by observing a person's handwriting, the behavioral pattern can be revealed. Hailing from Kolkata, Mr. Naveen Toshniwal has been developing a lot of people's positive personality traits and helping them overcome the negative ones. Mr. Toshniwal had pursued his engineering from Jadavpur University. At a very young age, right from his childhood, he was inspired to take up and analyze the handwriting. And he was encouraged by his friends and his relatives to pursue this as a profession. Mr. Toshniwal has been pursuing his family business for more than 2 decades in Jaipur. Currently, he has made his hobby, which is graphology or graphoanalysis, as his part-time profession. His first introduction to the corporate world has been through the ICICI Direct, where he had conducted the first session in the year 2012, following which he has conducted various training sessions and seminars, right from ISB Hyderabad to various institutes in Delhi, Baroda, Indore, and other places. During the lockdown, Mr. Toshniwal has organized online awareness sessions for various institutes all over the country, including the Rotary Club, St. Xavier's Alumni Association, and our very own NSHM the last year. We had multiple requests from the faculty and others, and we wanted the students also to join in the beautiful journey of graphoanalysis and graphotherapy. Well, it is indeed very therapeutic. I have done it myself, and I'm sure this is going to be an interesting session where we are also going to look at how we would analyze a couple of samples which we have received from a few of our friends and from few of our students. Now, be it corporates, placement consultants, parents, teachers, students, graphotherapy is said to be very helpful. Let us plunge into this journey of understanding what it is, because we at CLC are looking forward to start a course on the similar lines very soon. So go ahead, understand, and come back to us to explore further the journey of graphotherapy. And welcome, and the floor is yours, Mr. Naveen. Please take over the session.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me for this session. I'll just start with a brief history of graphoanalysis. See, we have all heard of a well-known Greek scholar, Aristotle. He was there about 2000 years back. He was the first person who established a link between the mind and the handwriting. He used to say that handwriting is actually mind writing, and whatever is there in our mind, it comes out through our hand and through the pen on the paper. Unfortunately, the awareness in India did not develop over the years, but this science has been regularly used in America and in European countries to hire candidates for corporates and for placements, corporate placements. What they do is they tell the candidates to give handwritten applications, and then the corporates employ graphologists to assess the personality of the people or the candidates even before the interviews. So this is a common practice even today and for many years in European countries and in America. Unfortunately, in India, the awareness did not develop so much. Many people are aware of graphoanalysis, that the character can be analyzed. but very few are aware that the personality can actually be changed through graphotherapy simply by practicing some small changes in the strokes of the handwriting. Okay, now I will tell you what all can be analyzed through the handwriting. How expressive a person is, whether a person is very expressive or composed, or rather in a shell or an introvert. What is the thinking process like? Whether the person will absorb anything instantly. Someone has a good grasping ability, or someone is a slow thinker who takes time to understand anything, or someone has a curiosity for learning. They want to learn and understand new things, have a habit of going into details. Okay, then how well defined a person's goals are, short term as well as long term. What is the level of willpower? What is the level of determination? Whether a person is sensitive, or a person is secretive, or how expressive a person is, whether a person is having a closed mind or is broad-minded. Then what is the confidence level of a person, whether a person is quite confident about what he is doing, or whether he has some self-doubt on whether he'll be able to achieve something or not. Then the temper of a person can be judged through the strokes, irritability, how decisive a person is, decisive abilities, what is the level of loyalty, whether a person is stubborn or flexible. Then if we take little more serious traits, jealousy, greed can also be seen in the handwriting. Even strokes of depression can be seen in the handwriting. In this lockdown time, there were many people who went into a severe state of depression also, and graphotherapy is one of the methods which will help a person to come out of this state of mind. Okay, see, let me tell you one thing very clearly. This is not astrology. It has nothing to do about prediction of your past or your future. It is simply the analysis of character through the strokes in the handwriting. A lot of people get confused. They say that I want to know my future or my past. That is not possible through graphoanalysis. This astrology science is totally different. Okay, now I will just tell you in a brief demo how actually the analysis of the handwriting is done. Just a few strokes I will show to you that will give you an idea how the analysis is done. So I hope you can see the chart. This is the chart, a straight handwriting, a left slanting handwriting, and handwriting which is going towards the right, slanting towards the right. Now this is a right slant handwriting, this is a straight handwriting, and this is a left slant handwriting. A straight handwriting depicts a person who is composed and will generally not show emotions. A right slant handwriting indicates a person who is expressive and will readily share whatever is there in the mind. A left slant handwriting indicates a person who is actually reserved, will not share mostly, and too much of a reserved person can even be an introvert. Now, these are some ways in which we can write small m and small n. Now, here you see the m's and n's are ending in a point at the top. Such pointed endings of n or m show a person who has a sharp mind and a good grasping ability. This person will not take much time to understand or grasp anything. This is a handwriting which has got inverted V's in the M and N. This indicates a person who has curiosity for learning, who wants to learn and explore new things. Now, this is the way we were taught to write in school, with rounded M's and N's at the top. This indicates people who are slow thinkers. See, remember, slow thinking is nothing negative. It is just that a person takes time to understand something. They may require to study and restudy and go into details before being able to understand something. See, generally, we will think that this person who has a sharp mind is very good. Okay, he has a good grasping ability, is very intelligent. It's not necessary. This person may take time to understand, because as a slow thinker, he needs to go into details to understand something. But after going into details, this person may even understand more than this person. So the next day, if you talk to this person, he will probably know about the subject better than this person who has understood the topic instantly, but may not have gone into the details. Okay, now I will show you some upper strokes. Upper strokes can be like this without any loop, or can be having a loop like this, a small loop like this, or a big loop like this also. A looped upper stroke indicates a person who is sensitive. Sensitive can imply two things: a person who is touchy, who gets hurt or is affected by someone telling him something. And this also implies a person who is compassionate, who is not able to see other people in difficulty. Bigger the loop, more sensitive the person is. So here you will see a small loop, a big loop. A big loop indicates a person who is very sensitive, who might be very touchy and getting hurt or affected very easily. These are small A's and O's. This is a normal way in which we write a A and a normal O. Here you will see there is a gap in the A and a gap in the O. Such gaps indicate people who are frank and friendly. Naturally, a person who is frank, he will tend to be friendly and very mixing with everyone. Here there is a loop in the O, a slightly bigger loop, and even a further bigger loop. Such loops indicate people who are secretive. They will generally not share what is there in their mind. Bigger the loop, more secretive the person is. See, if this sort of stroke is coming in a teenager or a young person, it is probably a negative stroke, because then you will not know what is going on in their mind. So we may not be able to guide them properly by understanding what is there in the mind. But if this sort of stroke coming in grown-up people where we are mature enough, this can also indicate a positive trend that a person is trustworthy, because a person who is secretive naturally will tend to be trustworthy also. They can be relied upon, and if some things are told to them in confidence, they will not share it with everyone. Here you will see double loop in the O, a loop in the beginning and a loop at the finishing of the O. See, like this. This is a slightly dangerous trait. It indicates a person who is dishonest or has a habit of deceiving people. Or maybe, if this sort of stroke coming in small children, they may even be lying to their parents. Now I will show you some lower strokes. Now this is a stroke finishing straight down. This sort of stroke indicates a strong determination in a person. A small loop like this indicates people who are choosy or selective. They might be choosy or selective about small things, or they might be choosy or selective about choosing their friends or things like that. Now, here there is a loop, completed loop, and here there is an even big completed loop. A lower completed loop indicates a person who has a creative mind and a good imagination. Bigger the loop, more creative the person is. Now here you see there is a half loop like this, or like this, a loop which is incomplete. This indicates people who are not using their creativity fully. They are talented, but they are not using their talents or their creativity to the full extent. I'll just give you an example. Suppose someone was interested in music in the childhood, then this creativity stroke will come, but he is not able to pursue that talent like music or dance or art, whatever. But he wants to pursue it, but he's not able to pursue it because of study pressure or any other obligation or any other commitments. Then this sort of stroke will come where the creativity is not being utilized. Now here you will see that G is written in the form of an 8. This sort of stroke indicates a person who has fluidity of thinking. Thought process of the person is very clear, and this person can be a good planner, will be having good planning ability. Now here's the Y is going straight down and it is swinging ahead like this. A swing like this indicates people who have initiative. They can initiate things and they have the capability of initiating things and carrying it forward. Okay, now I'm coming to the last chart. This is showing various types of T's. T has got a lot of importance in the analysis. This is a normal T stem and a normal T bar. A T bar cutting towards the top, and here again it is cutting even further towards the top. This sort of T bar going towards the top, cutting towards the top, indicate people who are ambitious and they have a well-defined long-term goal. A T bar going in the air above the T stem indicates people who are overthinkers or daydreamers. They will think too much that I will do this, I want to do this, I will pursue this, but they are not able to put their thoughts into action. They are not working on it effectively to achieve their goals. They are just dreaming and thinking. A T bar going low like this towards the bottom indicate people who lack confidence in their own abilities. They may have self-doubt, a doubt in themselves, whether I'll be able to do it or whether I'll be able to achieve something or not. They will always have a self-doubt. A T stem like this, which has got an inverted V, indicate people who are stubborn. A T bar going to the right of the stem, it is not cutting, it is going to the right, indicates short temper. A T bar going to the left indicates procrastination or habit of keeping things pending. A T bar with a hook like this may indicate people who have jealousy or greed. A T bar finishing thick and ending in a point indicates people who are sarcastic. They may have sarcasm in them. A T bar slanting downwards indicate people who have domination. They want to dominate. A T bar going up indicates people who are optimistic. They are positive thinkers. Now here you see there is a T bar which is very, very light. It is hardly visible. This sort of small T bar which is very light may indicate people who are lacking willpower. Willpower may be low, or maybe their goals are not well defined. A T bar with a curve like this, a concave or a convex curve, indicate people who have good self-control. Self-control can be for small things like people, suppose they are having sugar, they should not eat sweets. So they will have good self-control not to eat sweets. Or it can even be for other things like they realize that they have some negative traits in them and they are consciously or subconsciously trying to overcome it. So there also self-control strokes help a lot. This indicate people who have a good sense of humor. You see the T bar is starting, the T stem is starting with a long stroke like this. So if you see a long stroke like this in the beginning of any words, not only T, it can be any letter, this indicates people who have resentment. They carry grudges. They are not able to forget some episodes in the past, which happened in the past, and that gives them trouble. Here you will see the T stem and T bar are joined. they are mixed together. This indicates people who are persistent. It's a positive stroke. Persistence helps people to be after the job they have started. They will not leave it in between. They will not sit quietly till they finish the assignment. So this will give you some idea how the analysis we are doing through the handwriting. See, now this handwriting analysis is a very big science. Not only character, we can even define the relations of a people, how your relation is with your parents or with your spouse or with your children or like that, you know. Unfortunately, my knowledge is limited to character analysis only, but it is possible to analyze relations. Even it is possible to analyze medical situations through the handwriting. I knew of someone who did a lot of research moving around in hospitals and talking to patients. He was able to accurately analyze the blood pressure readings by seeing the handwriting strokes, what diseases you are having now, what you had in the past, and what you are likely to have in future. So it's a very big science and very accurate science. It is how much you can extract from it that is very important. Okay, now one common question which comes is, a lot of people ask me that you please help me to change my signature, correct my signature. See, let me be honest with you, signature analysis practically does not have much value in analysis of the handwriting, because a signature just has 8 to 10 characters or maybe maximum 15 if someone has a bigger signature. So it is very difficult to accurately analyze whether what are the traits of a person and what are the prominent traits of a person. If you tell someone to correct a signature, you will see many people who will say that, okay, you put the signature slanting upwards, you put a line at the bottom and you put 2 dots. Practically, it does not have any meaning. Until you analyze the entire character of a person in the entire handwriting, you cannot really guide a person to correct yourself. See, you can write a particular letter in 2 different ways or 10 different ways in the entire handwriting. You can write T or T bar in 10 different ways. What we do is we see how many times a particular stroke is repeated. That becomes the most prominent trait of that person. And every stroke written in the handwriting has a meaning, and that is defined in the character of that person. Now, as I already told you, this is not astrology and it has nothing to predict about the future or the past. Yes, of course, we can guide people, motivate people to define their goals, build up their determination, get over self-doubt, get over temper, which will indirectly help them to build up their future in a better way. But there is no way to predict the future like astrologers are doing. Okay, now the most important thing is the therapy. Analysis is okay. We can do the analysis through the strokes and the handwriting. But if we just do the analysis and we leave it at that, how does it actually help the person? Just that you will come to know more about yourself, realize more about yourself. Of course, you already know about you. Just that you will become more conscious and you will probably agree that, okay, these are the negative traits I have, these are the positive traits I have. But how about utilizing the positive traits more effectively and getting over the negative traits? That is where the therapy comes into the picture, where we are supposed to practice some small changes in the strokes of the handwriting for a very short time. Only 5 minutes a day, you have to practice the changes. And if you sincerely practice the changes for 3 weeks, you will actually change your personality. It's a proven science and there is no doubt about it. If you genuinely and sincerely practice the stroke changes, you will change within a duration of 3 weeks. Now, a lot of people raise me query that we don't write these days. Most of us are on laptops and most of us are just typing or we are just texting. Writing has become very less. It's a fact also, it's very true. But even if you write something after 10 years or even 15 years, the analysis of the person is still possible, and the correction of the person can be achieved by 5-minute practice. Just 5 minutes a day, if you practice, you will get the desired changes in about 3 weeks' time. Okay, so Saujanya ji, I have done my presentation. Now we can open the session for question answers and we can proceed ahead.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
It was very, very interesting so far, and I'm sure we will now delve into understanding a few of those handwritings which we could lay our hands on. So, yes, Navinji. This is the first sample for you.
Okay, fine. So I will just briefly go through. I hope these handwritings which have come to me are the latest written, because see, if this is 1 year old, then the analysis will be done what they were at that time.
Latest, all just right. In the morning.
Okay, that's very nice. Okay, so now first thing you see about the handwriting is that this handwriting is having a straight slant. It is neither slanting to the right nor it is slanting to the left. This indicates a person that this person is composed and generally will not show emotions very easily. Okay, now can you see one thing in the some of the T bars, there is a word society coming in between. You will see the T bar is going towards the right. And there is a word below that, positivity. Again, the T bar is going towards the right. That indicates this person is having a short temper. You will see many of the T bars are going towards the right. So that is an indication that definitely this person has got some short temper. Okay, now can you see the lower loops? The lower loops are quite well defined. Lower loops well defined means that the person is very creative and has a good imagination. And okay, now if you see the eye dots, some of the eye dots are coming like scratches. They are not perfectly round. There is some, it is like, a dot is made and there is a slight movement to the left or right.
Yeah.
Right. This is indicating irritability in the person. Now you see, irritability and short temper are both interlinked, but the strokes are different. Temper comes in the T bar and irritability comes in the I dots. Okay, and now if you see, some of the small M's and N's are written in a form of an inverted V. This indicates that the person is having curiosity for learning, wants to learn and understand new things. Right, so I hope this will give you some idea about this person's personality. This person can revert back to you what he thinks about the analysis.
Perfect. Yeah, they are in the audience, so they will always come back to us. This is going to get them more curiosity about it. Right. Okay. Thank you so much. That's fantastic. So one more to go, a few more to go.
Okay. Now you see this handwriting is slightly tilted towards the right. Right? This is indicating the person is expressive and will generally show emotions or feelings. Okay, now here you see the eye dots are almost like a dot. It is a perfect dot. It is not moving here and there. So this person is very loyal towards family, friends, work. It can be loyalty towards anything. Now, if you see the M's and N's, they are having a rounded top. Rounded top indicates a person that the person has a habit of going into details to understand something. This
Okay.
person will not be an instant grasper. This person will take time to understand by studying and restudying something. Okay, now you see something, the lower loops are little incomplete. They are not fully complete. I can see one G which is just left halfway in between. This indicates that the person is creative but not using the creativity fully. A lot of the potential of this person is untapped. And if the person uses the creativity more, he will get a lot more satisfaction. Because, if we don't use our creativity, we'll think that, oh, we are wasting our talent. Now, here again, you see some of the T bars are going to the right. That, as I already told you, these are indications of some short temper. Another thing you see that the length of the T's and L's are very small. The length of the T's and L's, that indicates that the person is independent. Independent not only in the literal way, independent also means that the person is not bothered about what other people are talking about them. They will just be concerned with what they are doing, and they will say, okay, let me do my work, you do your work. You don't have to interfere with me. That is what independent is. Right? So I hope this will give you some idea about this person.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Remember, I am doing the analysis very, very briefly.
Yeah, and I mean, you have never met them, and it's very accurate from the people I know. We don't want to name them. We've signed a bond of confidentiality with them, so I really wouldn't want to share it.
In fact, they can share with you what their feedback was on the analysis.
Absolutely. I think when we offline, maybe I would be able to share with you what they've expressed. Right? Yeah. Yes. This is going to be interesting.
Acha, why do you say so?
No, I felt I've seen 3 different handwritings so far. As teachers, we come across such varied handwritings,
Okay,
so,
okay. Right. Okay, now here you see over here, some of the T bars are going towards the top. They are cutting towards the top. That is a positive sign that this person is ambitious. A T bar going to the top indicating the person is ambitious. But then again, there are some T bars which are going down. That indicates that sometimes the person is lacking confidence in own abilities. Sometimes has got self-doubt. Okay. And then you will see some of the T bars are not cutting the T stem. It is going towards the left. See, earlier handwritings, the T bars were going to the right. That was an indication of short temper. Here you will see some of the T bars are cutting to the left. Now in the word collected, then in the word transactions, you will see that the T bar is going to the left. That shows the person has a habit of procrastinating, probably keeping things pending. Aaj nahi, kal karenge, we'll do it tomorrow. So some procrastination is indicated in this handwriting. Okay. Okay, then if you see the O's, you will see that there are some loops in the O. Most of the O's are having a loop. This is indicating that the person is secretive, will not readily express everything what is there in the mind. See, nothing negative about it. It has a positive angle also. Positive angle means that if a person is secretive, it implies that the person is trustworthy also. A person who can be relied upon.
Yeah.
Because, a person who is secretive, then naturally you can share things which are confidential and they will not talk about it here and there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right. Okay, again, I can see strokes of loyalty because if you see some of the I dots are like a small circle. They are rounded or a small circle. This indicates that the person again is loyal. Loyal towards work, family, friends. It can be loyalty towards anything. Okay, and then there are some upper loops I can see. Some upper loops indicate that the person is sometimes sensitive, maybe takes things to heart, or maybe is compassionate. Right? So I hope this will give some idea about this analysis.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you mean to say from the handwriting, we can even predict the profession a person would fit into as well?
Yeah, we can derive that. See, we cannot tell a person directly.
Yeah.
We do not get direct strokes of someone's
Yeah.
profession, but if
Mm-hmm.
we find some engineering abilities in a person, or if we
Right.
find a person who is very creative, then naturally they can be very useful in the
Mm-hmm.
technical side. If a
Absolutely.
person is very honest, then he can be very useful in the commercial side or in the account side. If by any chance you get strokes of dishonesty, you have to be very careful.
Absolutely.
At least they
Yeah.
cannot be appointed in a finance department.
Perfect. Perfect. Right. Right.
Right.
No, this is getting to be very interesting. So we'll have take. Yeah. This is.
Okay, now this is actually the content is less, but anyway, whatever I can extract, I will tell you. It's always better to have more text, you know. Okay, here again, you will see that most of the upper strokes are having loops. The L's and H and T, they are having small loops. This is indicating the person again is sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
See, as I already told you, upper loops means a person being sensitive.
Sensitive.
Okay, and then the M's and N's are written in a rounded format. A person who will take time to understand something by going into details.
Mm-hmm.
After going into details, the person will understand something thoroughly. Now, can you see something? There is a waving in the capital T, the first letter T.
Yeah.
This
Is a
indicates the person has got a good sense of humor.
okay.
Right. So there's a good sense of humor. This is indicated by this sort of waving letters. Okay. Now, I can see a very interesting stroke. This person is persistent. Of course, the content is less, but I can see one stroke of persistence. If the person takes up some assignment, he will not leave it or not rest till the assignment is complete or till the work is
Hmm.
done.
Interesting.
Okay. Unfortunately, see the text is very less, you
Very
know.
less. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if more text is there, then the accuracy of the analysis and number of uh, traits will be more.
No, I'm more curious about that. After Kalamkari, the flourished, the F in the flourished has been written a different fashion. Uh, that stroke,
Just a minute. Kalamkari, the F.
yeah, flourish, the flourished F,
Where is that? Which line?
fourth line.
Fourth line. Flourished. No, actually, this F does not show anything much. But if you
Okay.
have a F which is having a loop at the top and a loop at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
like a mirror image, like if you put a mirror
Okay.
in between, you get an equal upper and lower loop. That is a very positive stroke. That
Okay.
indicates the person who has organizing ability.
Hmm.
A person having organizing ability, you try to give him any seminar or any event to be organized, they can do it very well.
Okay.
Right. So this F does not have actually any significance as such.
Okay.
Okay. So I cannot analyze much more in this because the content is less.
Okay. Okay. Should we go to the next then?
Yeah. Yeah. We can go to the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you see, very prominent thing about this handwriting is you will see very big lower loops. Can
Hmm.
you note that? All the
Yeah.
loops, the person is very creative
Okay.
and a very good imagination.
Mm-hmm.
But you will see some of the lower loops are little bit incomplete. They are not fully getting completed.
Hmm.
So that indicates this person is very creative, no doubt, but still the potential is untapped. Lot of the
Okay.
potential is still being untapped, and they can further use their creativity and get do things in a much better way. Very nice, very nice. A very creative person. Okay, now you will see that there are small upper loops also. Upper loops indicating that the person is sensitive.
Hmm.
Then I dots are round. As I told you, this person is again loyal. Round I dots are is a trait of is a sign of being loyal.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you see the first line itself, the third word, the. See, the T bar is going very low.
Mm-hmm.
It is going even below the level of the letter E. This indicates this person is having self-doubt, having doubt in the own capability. See, this person is very talented, very creative, but then lacking self-doubt means they will not be able to utilize or use their creativity fully. They will always be having a self-doubt. See, you will see that many of the T bars are going very low. Even in the third line, there is a word methods, and then there is a word teaching. In both these cases, you will see the T bar going very low. This indicates self-doubt, and probably the long-term goal of this person is yet to be defined. Long-term goal defining is not very clear. Maybe the person is ambitious, but the long-term goals may not be defined.
Now, when you come across a script like this,
Yes.
What would you recommend for them to correct? I mean, I know this is not something which we should be asking you now, but then maybe all the audience, the participants would want to know. So you've seen this. Now, if you say that the person's potential is yet to be realized, the goal is to be realized. So what are the changes you would suggest for a
Yes, right. No, it's a very valid question. It's a very, very valid question. See, first of all, let me tell you that therapy is given only after a detailed and complete analysis.
Okay.
But if we specifically take these 2 points, where the person is very creative, but maybe not using the creativity fully, I will just tell this person to complete the lower loops fully.
Okay.
So that the creativity can be utilized. Secondly, the self-doubt part, I can see many strokes of self-doubt, the T bars are going low. I will tell him to cut the T bars on a higher level. Okay, I'll just show you the chart again. See the T bars. Okay, I think you are doing the screen sharing. No, so it's okay, no problem.
No, it's still visible. It is visible. It is visible.
Okay, I was showing the chart, but I cannot see myself. Okay. You can see the chart, no?
I would spotlight you for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Now you see a T bar going low like this. I hope you can see it because I can't see myself. This is a self-doubt. I will tell this person to make the T bars cutting towards the top. This will help to get over self-doubt and also help to define a long-term goal.
Oh, sorry. Oh, one second.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead.
Right. No, I've already explained. Right. So any T bar going low like this, I will give a therapy to make the T bar like this. But remember, this therapy is given only after the detailed analysis and highlighting each and every point about the character of a person. Okay. See, now I will ask you something. What do you think about willpower? Is it a positive stroke or a negative stroke?
It's a positive stroke.
Yeah, normally we will all say it's a positive stroke. But suppose we come across a handwriting which has got very strong strokes of deceit or revengeful, a person who is having a nasty temper, very dominating. If you increase the willpower of that person, what happens?
Oh, he or she would be destructive.
Yeah, so that positive trait going in a negative direction because of the other traits. So the therapy should be given only after total analysis of a character. Many people ask me that, okay, why don't you give a general stroke that, okay, if you try T in a particular way or Y in a particular way, and we should always write it that way, that will not be correct because it is always individual based. It will depend on the individual analysis of the person and the other traits what they have. Based on that only, the therapy will be given.
Okay. Now, I have something to ask you here. Now,
yeah, sure.
How long does it take for a therapy to take place and a person to improve on his personality?
It's a course for 3 weeks. That's all.
Okay. It's a course
and you have to practice just 5 minutes a day for 3 weeks and you will change.
Okay.
Some people even start feeling the change after 2 weeks. Some people can even say, even after 4 days of writing, they will say that I'm feeling very positive. I can feel some small positive changes in me. Some people, they may not feel the change after 3 weeks. Then we can continue the therapy for 1 week, say 4 weeks. But in my experience, normally 3 weeks is a sufficient time to get the desired changes.
So as we observe it, when you are making an analysis, now, would you like to share any case studies before we go to the questions? Any case studies of people whom you have helped with? And, I know
Yeah,
some
see,
of them might be confidential, but I guess that
no,
would
that's
benefit
okay.
our
I
participants.
will give you my case first of all. I was invited by ISB Hyderabad in 2019 in July. So it was a very prestigious invitation. Being called by ISB is very prestigious. But then I was never very confident of addressing 500, 600 people at a time in a hall. So I lost my confidence. So I thought, okay, let me do my own therapy for 2 weeks. So I did my own therapy to get back my confidence and boost up my confidence. And believe me, it helped me a lot. By the time I went there, I was actually boosting with confidence. And by God's grace, the sessions went very well. Okay, now I'll give you another example of a student. One student who was studying for IIT, he was doing a course of resonance or FITGI. So they used to have weekly examinations, practice examinations for getting into IIT.
Mm-hmm.
His problem was that he was not able to finish the papers in time.
Okay.
His papers used to get left in between, and after coming home, he used to solve the problem. So he used to get frustrated. Okay, why I have not been able to solve this in the limited time which I had got, 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever. And he used to know, he lost his confidence. He said, no, I'm wasting my time preparing for IIT. I am not capable of that.
Mm-hmm.
When I did his analysis, I found that he was having strokes like this in MNN.
Okay.
See,
Mm-hmm.
this is not a bad stroke, as I told you. This is a stroke of a thinker who takes time to understand something before understanding or coming to a conclusion.
Okay.
Now, this stroke, in his case, became negative because he was supposed to finish the exam in a time-bound way.
Okay.
If he's finishing the exam after going into details and after coming back home, it is not helping him, no. So I just told him to make the M's and N's with a pointed top like this. This is the
Okay.
therapy I gave him. So
Okay.
this is a therapy for sharp thinking, instant grasping. So
Okay.
he started doing the therapy, and in a course of about 3 to 4 weeks, he started finishing the exams.
Oh, wonderful.
Now, because he was able to get the instant grasping, he was able to understand the problem instantly and solve it over there. Okay, and because of this first stroke, because he was not able to finish his exams, I was even able to see strokes of low self-confidence. That low self-confidence stroke came because he was not able to finish the exams. So once I gave the therapy for this stroke of M in converting into this one, and he was able to finish his exams, I found after 1 month that the strokes of low confidence had gone. I did not have to give the therapy for that because I was able to identify why that low self-confidence is coming.
Okay.
Right. So these are one or two examples. I'll give one more example. It is a very serious one. I came across a girl who was having suicidal tendencies in the handwriting. Now, it is a sensitive thing. You cannot tell the student nor the parent that you have got suicidal tendencies.
Right.
Okay. So I just told that girl that, okay, you please practice this stroke and you change it immediately. This is not a good stroke. It will not help you in any way. You change this stroke and write it in this way. Of course, I did not tell her the reason. She started doing the practice, and after 2 weeks, the attitude of the girl totally changed. When she first came to me, she was not even able to lift her eyes and talk properly, and did not even say anything about her. But the next meeting, she was able to say, good morning, sir, how are you? And then I was able to proceed further and give her further therapies for self-confidence and other traits. And today she is employed and she is okay.
Oh, good. Good to hear that. Now, I have one question which is also there here. Now, you're talking about improving on your confidence when the ISB thing, which was there in Hyderabad. Now,
Yeah.
what is that? I mean, just out of curiosity, if you would want to, you could add more to it. Now, there are a lot of our participants who have this fear of public speaking and really want to improve. So, what could that stroke be which they have to work, or is it different for different individuals? Or is it the same
Yeah,
one
of
for
course, it will
everyone?
be different for different individuals depending on the total analysis. But just to
Okay,
give you an idea,
okay,
the T bar going low is
okay,
a sign of low self-confidence. A T bar going like this towards the top. And if you make it with slight pressure, a pressure in the T bar, not in the entire handwriting, a pressure in the T bar will help you to build up your willpower.
okay.
So a therapy like this with a T bar with a slight pressure towards the top, this will help you to get over self-doubt and help you to build up your willpower. And in parallel, if you make a couple of downstrokes like this is an
Mhm.
indication of determination. This will help you to build up your determination.
Okay,
This, as I told you, is creativity. A couple of strokes going straight down without any loop. This will help you to build up determination.
okay. Now, as we talk about it, suppose now I would want to, maybe I'm an introvert. I would want to become an extrovert. Yeah. And again, I want to come back to be an introvert. Are there different strokes for different situations? Or are they going to be constant like that?
No, if a person is an introvert, the person will be having a left slant in the
Yeah,
handwriting.
yeah, yeah.
So if you want to make him more expressive, you just have to tell him to make the handwriting in a right slanted way. That's it.
And 2 weeks of practice of this. So,
Yeah.
dear students,
3 weeks of
all
practice.
of you, all of you who are listening to this, I'm sure you remember that, and you will get to know more in the course. Right? Could we take a couple of questions, Mr.
Yeah,
Toshiwal, or
sure.
would you like to add something, or any
No,
more
no,
case
it's fine.
studies?
See, actually, interactive session, I am also more comfortable.
Okay. Right. We have, yeah, our one of our placement coordinators does express here, our
Okay.
team members of NSHM. He says that even here in India, Wipro company asks candidates to write an essay as a mandatory step in placement drive, and they have to
Okay.
write it down. It cannot be typed. It has to be a
Okay.
handwritten one.
Yes,
Because
yes,
as you were talking about it being used as a placement tool,
yes. Right,
a
right.
pre-placement indicator. So that's what people were asking. Now, this one of our students, Shinjini Ghosh, asks us, can you repeat what does gaps mean?
Gaps means I didn't understand.
That's what she's written. When you were talking about the various strokes and others, the gaps in between the T and the when
Yeah,
you're
I can tell
writing,
you
it's
one
not
more.
complete. You're not
No,
talking
actually, see, gaps is a very vague thing. It can be gaps between the letters. It can be gaps between the words. Now, if they are talking about the gap between the T stem and the T bar, this, as I told you, is short temper going to the right, and going to the left is procrastination. Now, there
Mhm,
can be gaps in between the words also. There can be gaps in between the letters also. They all have a different meaning.
mhm. That's interesting. Um, okay, just going into one of the questions here. Uh, we have Ria Soni asking us, what can we say about those who write in different ways, in different times? For example, if one person writes in a hurry and the same person writes comfortably, and when we compare them both, they seem to be different.
No, actually, this is, let me tell you, this is a very common question. You feel that you are writing differently when you are writing in a hurry, you are writing in a bad mood, you are writing in a good mood. It does not matter at all because the strokes will still come. Strokes will
Okay.
not change. I
What?
see. Let me ask you a question. Can you read a doctor's handwriting easily?
No.
See, doctor's handwriting can be read only by the chemist shop
Yes.
because they know exactly what the doctor has written. But doctors' handwritings are one of indicate the strokes indicate they are one of the most intelligent people because I
Mm.
just have to see the strokes. I don't need to read what is written. So whether it's a bad handwriting, a lot of people ask me whether my handwriting is good, whether my handwriting is bad. So how will you read my bad handwriting? I don't write legibly. That doesn't matter. I will not even read, and I'm not required to read what you have written. You may have written, I am so and so, my name is so and so, I stay in Calcutta, I am a student. I will not even read all that. I will just see the strokes. Straight away, I'll start analyzing from the strokes.
Okay.
So it does not matter whether you write in a hurry or whether you write slowly or in a bad mood or in a good mood. The strokes can never be hidden. They will still come.
Does that mean bad handwriting means you're very intelligent?
No, no, not like that. The strokes will tell you.
Okay.
The
Just the
strokes may
stroke.
be different. Yeah, the strokes will be different in different handwritings. Bad
Okay.
handwriting can even maybe a person who is totally a dud also, maybe very intelligent also. That will depend on the strokes.
Okay. Okay. There's a question from Amitrajit Biswas. At what age therapy can start for a child?
Yeah, this is a very good question. In fact, therapy and analysis is possible only above the age of 13 or 14. Because below this age, we are writing the way we are taught to write in school. But the handwriting will get defined with our character or with our mind only above this particular age. So below the age of 13, analysis and therapy is not possible.
Okay. I think more or less on a similar areas, we have questions about, is it possible that to change a character of a child by changing his handwriting? Kalpataru Roy.
Yes, see, child means again above the age of 13 only. It is definitely possible. It is definitely possible. And teenagers, it will be very useful in youngsters, because if we see the stroke and give them guidance, they can be given guidance about what career to choose and how to get over their negative traits, how to utilize their creativity, build up long-term goals. All these are very common. See, I'll tell you some common problems these days. People are ambitious, but goals are not defined. People are creative, but they are not using their creativity. Okay. Then people are having self-doubt. They are not able to define their goals, probably because they are having self-doubt. Their determination is low or willpower is low. So these are the common things, and common therapies can be given for these things, which can be easily sorted out in a matter of 3 weeks.
Okay. Okay. And I think Mr. Jeet Das is asking the similar question about the doctor's handwriting. And he says that he also has a similar bad handwriting. And it gets bad with time. So does it talk about the course itself, or is it because the doctors have to write so much that the handwriting gets bad?
No, no, no.
So
It has nothing to do with your bad or good handwriting. Character analysis has nothing to do with bad or good handwriting. Even if you write in the most illegible way, the strokes will still come. Okay, let me tell you something, that analysis is possible in any language, whether you write in Hindi, English, Bengali, Japanese, Arabic, any language, because the strokes always come.
No, that brings me to one important question which I wanted to ask you for some time. The last time I wanted to ask you this. We are talking about English language per se, right? Is it only focused on English language or other languages also?
No, analysis is possible in any language, because this analysis is done through the strokes. My knowledge, my personal knowledge, is limited to analysis in English and other languages where you have ABCD, because I can see and analyze the strokes appearing in ABCD. So even if you write in German, French, Italian, wherever there is ABCD, I can analyze the handwriting. I had got a client from Germany. He had written in German.
Okay.
So I was able to analyze that. But if someone asks me to analyze a handwriting in Hindi or English, unfortunately, my knowledge is not there. Maybe in due course, sometime I will learn also.
So that can happen, because as I noticed, most of the Indian languages, Hindi, Bengali or South Indian language, any of it, they're pretty round and they're very, you don't see much strokes until and unless you're trying to brush it up and then do it. So it's completely out of curiosity I was asking you.
No, analysis is possible. There is no doubt about it. But then you need to have knowledge how to analyze the strokes in vernacular languages.
Okay.
Because my study has been only on English language.
Fantastic.
That's where I have learned, and that's where I can actually guide people.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. We have another interesting question from one of our professors, and this is a question because due to the lockdown, a lot of stress. There've been a lot of turmoils are all around. So, does that impact the handwriting?
Yes, it
Financial
can impact.
loss, mental impact, loss in the family, financial distress. Does that also impact the handwriting?
Definitely. See, if you change, your handwriting will change. Similarly, if you consciously change your handwriting, you will change. See, just think about it in this way. There are no two people in the world who have an identical handwriting. Why? Because every person is unique. No, that's why every person will have a unique handwriting. And if there is a very moving episode in your life, your handwriting can even change in 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
If there is if there is a some episode, some, as you said, some death in the family, maybe the person will lose confidence or go into depression. Those things can happen. It happens. I still remember I had analyzed someone's handwriting in the year October, in the month of October. He called me back in December and told me, sir, I want you please do my analysis again. I said, it's not required. I have already done your analysis just a couple of months back. I gave you therapy also. He said, no, sir, please do it because I want your help. When that handwriting came for the second time, I could not believe that it is the same person's handwriting.
Okay.
It had totally changed. Then I asked him what has happened. Then he told me that so and so things happened. There was some problems in my family and some deaths in the family. I went through a very bad phase. So then it was understandable. That was the reason that handwriting also changed drastically. Handwriting was so small, it became so big. And now small and big handwriting, I will tell you, small handwriting means a person having good concentration level. Big handwriting means a person lacking concentration. So if this handwriting suddenly becomes big, that means you are not able to concentrate on anything.
Okay. That's very interesting to understand that the size of the handwriting also talks about the concentration
Yes,
level.
the size, the slant, and again the words and lines going up or down, or even individual words going up and down. That is the reason when I tell someone to send handwriting for analysis, I tell them to send on a plain sheet. Okay. Because if you write on a line sheet, then you will tend to write on the line itself. If you write on a plain sheet, then some words may go down, some lines may go down or up. That also has a meaning.
Okay. That's pretty interesting. There's one question which somebody was asking just now. He wanted to know more about, as you were explaining before, you were talking about. So can you repeat what does a huge upper loop mean? This
Huge upper loop is the person who is very sensitive. Bigger the loop, more sensitive the person is. Touchy or compassionate. Sensitive can imply two things.
He says that if the handwriting is having both a lower completed or incomplete loop.
Lower loop, as I told you, maybe he did not follow fully. Lower loop.
What kind of, no, his question is different. The question of, is different here. Kasturi asks us, sir, if a person's handwriting containing of both lower completed or incomplete loop, what kind of a person is he?
Complete lower loop means a person who is creative. Incomplete lower loops shows a person creative, but not using the creativity fully.
Okay.
Some untapped potential is there. Maybe if the potential is 100%, that person is using maybe 60-70% of the creativity, and rest of the talent is still to be untapped. Okay. See, someone is typing, will we get a certificate?
Yeah. I know that's
if we go ahead with the course we are planning.
Our students have, they have a MAR mandatory requirement for the university. So any amount of webinars, seminars, or any courses which they do, they look forward to the certificate because that adds more to their grade points. So yes, madam, we will see how we work on it. This is the initial webinar which we are having. So we look forward. So I just wanted to ask you one more thing is we would want to look at this course. What are you looking forward with this course? You want to launch a course and have it with the CLC going on here. Could you kindly talk about the
Yeah, it
course?
will be my pleasure because it's my passion and my hobby. And if I am able to teach people, share my knowledge, I will be very happy to do that. So if your college or your institute is interested, and if your students are interested in learning graphotherapy, how to actually analyze someone's character and give therapy, then we can always have a course for about say 4 to 6 weeks time, a short course of say 10 to 12 hours, something like that. And we can work on it. Why not? But
Okay.
then students and your institute should show interest. I am very eager to do it.
Yeah, because the last time we discussed, we were looking forward to starting the course from the Center for Language and Communication. So
Right.
this is for all the students. Yes, Neha, Amit, Rajit, Ria, all of you. Those of you who are interested, please mail us your interest to nclc@nshm.com. We will be sending out a Google form. If you are interested, we could start off the course, and we will come to you with all the details about the course. Right. There's one question which I wanted to ask you. Is it possible only online, or should there also be an offline session for this?
See, actually, in today's scenario, most of the people prefer to do an online course. But having an offline course in physical presence, that obviously makes a lot of difference.
Right,
It has
right.
a much better impact, and practically doing the sessions face to face, that makes a lot of difference. But I don't know whether your college is still operational, whether we can do that. I don't know. Or
No,
maybe we can have a
pandemic
combination.
is, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll have
that
to look at it. No, we'll discuss that. The last time we were discussing about the same things, we would
right.
come back and discuss about it. There's an interesting question here by one of our students, Ishika Shah. She writes that, what does writing in cursive and writing every letter, where is it, separately tells about a person? What does a cursive writing tell about a person? What does a letter writing separately tell
See,
about a person?
actually, cursive handwriting is not your natural handwriting. You
Yeah.
are being told to make some letters and words in particular fancy ways. So that is not your natural handwriting. For analyzing character, we need to read your natural handwriting. Then only the analysis will be accurate. If you
Uh,
make your handwriting in a very, very forced way, it is not possible to analyze correctly.
but then as we look at it, most of us who have right from our childhood, when we started writing, we were only introduced to this cursive writing.
No,
I
but
mean, maybe initially the alphabets. So that's kind of continued with us. So you mean to say it's not a natural, if you ask me,
no,
maybe
no,
I
but
would just write something like that and give you.
tell me
So
one thing. We were all taught to write in a particular way in school.
yeah.
After 15 years or 20 years, are all the handwriting same? How many of them still write the way they were taught in school? It will change with your character. There is no choice.
Okay.
It has to change. It will be defined by your character, by your mind.
Mhm. Yeah, indeed,
See, no
indeed.
matter, we are being told to start with a stroke like this and write O with a loop. But if a person is not secretive, then the loop will go away automatically.
Okay. Because throughout, if you look at the cursive writing, everything is slanted towards the right. We've never been told to put it onto the left or right. The
Yeah.
cursive writing is all on the right side. You're slanting it and writing your letters as if it's, we would remember teachers telling us that it has to be sleeping on the right side, So that means we have all altered our personalities until about
No,
a few years
no,
back.
no. We will not alter our personalities below the age of 13. Only above the age of 13 or 14, your personality will get defined by your mind. Because
So,
in such small children, it is not possible to, the character will not form at such a small age.
now, how, I mean, I've seen a couple of psychology students being very interested in it. I'm sure that helps a lot in their profession because that's going to be an area of interest for them. So your comments on that, please.
No, I didn't get you.
There are a couple of our psychology students who seem to be very interested about the course.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I see that it is going to be very relevant for that, their course.
Definitely.
So
See,
your comments.
I'll tell you, I am already attached with 3 psychologists, one in Hyderabad, one in Baroda, and one in Nagpur. And I am working in collaboration with them. See, anyone going to a counselor or a psychologist for counseling, if the person who wants counseling, or the patient, if you call him, he is not sharing anything with the counselor, how can you actually give counseling to them? How can the psychologist give any counseling to them if they are not sharing anything? In that case, what they do is they get the handwritings from the patient, send it to me for analysis. I do their analysis and tell the psychologist that, okay, this is the traits I have analyzed. You can give your counseling based on all this. And of course, if the client is interested, I am also ready to give the therapy. So both the actions going together, counselor's counseling and my therapy, that will both help the person. So it's a very logical question, and I'm already tied up with 3-4 psychologists in India.
Okay. So as we talk about, there's a different area completely. We're looking at graphotherapy here. Is it a completely different area? Handwriting analysis, signature analysis, and therapy. There are 3 different areas. That's what we understand now.
Yeah, see, first of all, I am repeating, signature analysis has no value whatsoever. Again, I am repeating.
But why is it that, sorry to interrupt you here. Why I'm asking you is I've been getting, is anyone's signature can be changed? That's one of the questions. That's where it's
this is a misconception. A lot of astrologers and many people who are trying to misguide people that if you change your signature, you will change. It's not correct. Okay. Signature has only few strokes. Please understand, they have got only few letters. Now, suppose, let us take your name. Your name is Saujanya. There is no letter T in that. And T has got such a big importance in analysis of your character. How can you actually analyze that person correctly if the letter T is not there? My simple question.
Okay.
So it's a misconception that through signature you can analyze and change a person. No, please don't go by that. You need to analyze the entire handwriting. Okay, signature will have 0.5% value of the entire analysis of the handwriting, or not even 0.5%.
Okay. That's wonderful. Because all through, I remember in the growing years, the children, I'm sure the students also will agree to that. We are taught, first of all, we are taught in our school how to write, have a good handwriting. And then as you start growing up towards your teens, you start working on your signature. And then you start rounding your A's, you try to accentuate on certain strokes of having, if it is something like you should look like Amitabh Bachchan's handwriting, or should be looks like Ranveer Singh's handwriting, because that's how people look at it, most of these handwritings, the signatures. So now you tell us that doesn't really matter much to know about a person. I think focus has gone into it in the growing years. If you look at it as teenagers, most of the students, because that indicates a lot about you, is what we often tell them. So we will tell them that no, it's more to do only with handwriting and not with the signature. So signature can be in any way, right?
Yeah, that's that has no significance actually.
Okay. Now, coming from the expert, we will take that. We will certainly take that. So, that's what were the questions so far. It's been an interesting discussion so far to understand what it is. We now leave it to the students to come back to us so that we could take the course forward. And it's in fact been a very interesting discussion so far. And we look forward to students coming back to us with further questions. But then one last question is, when you say that depending on a mood, depending on a specific time, the handwriting changes, and then with the various strokes which you give it. Now, have there been instances, suppose I practice it and I better, but then my, you have said that also before, after a point of time, again, I revert back to my same personality, because sometimes in a hurry, I might be conscious. I may not always be conscious of giving that stroke in my specific T's or my M's. So I might revert back to it. Is there a chance like that?
See, actually, the purpose of doing therapy for 3 weeks is that we are, first of all, in the first 1 week, we are trying to incorporate the stroke consciously in our handwriting. And the next week, we will try that it comes automatically. And by the 3rd week, once it starts coming automatically, then you start feeling the changes. And once the therapy is over after 3 weeks, and what you said is correct also, that if you do not practice further, if you tend to give up the practice totally, you will tend to go back to your old state again. So whosoever takes therapy for 3 weeks, I always tell them that once in a week or so, you keep writing and with the same strokes which you have done in the therapy, so that you don't go back to the old state. There are cases, you are right, there are cases where people have gone back to the old state because of the circumstances they are surrounded with.
Okay.
But then again, it is not always, it's not like that you will always go back to the same state. The change can be permanent also.
Because why I say it is, anything which we start, until unless we are very conscious, we really do not practice it and continue to apply that in our day-to-day lives. Most of the times we try to revert back to our original selves, right? And I'm only looking at when you don't really practice this, and how would it actually help us in changing, until unless the person is not, because that's more to do with our students, more to do with just not, the younger generation is like that. They have so much of distractions, and to be conscious and not revert back to it. Is there a way that, after the course or during the course, they can come back and make alterations to it?
No, see, once you do the therapy for 3 weeks sincerely, and you change, then those strokes become a part of your handwriting.
Okay.
You got it? Then chances of reverting back is less. Of course, you may revert back if you stop the practicing. You may revert back if the circumstances and situations in your atmosphere are such that you tend to go back to your old self. Then there are chances that the strokes may change again, but it is not that you have to go on writing consciously forever. It will become embedded in your natural handwriting.
Good.
The strokes which you give for therapy, that will become a part of your natural handwriting in due course. That is the time we start feeling the changes.
Right. Thank you so much, Mr. Naveen Toshnewal. It was interesting to discuss with you about this, and I'm sure it's been an insight. I think when we last discussed last year, around the same time in the month of June, when most of the faculty members had joined the webinar, we were looking at how students would miss out on the opportunity from gaining more information about it. So this has been really an insightful discussion. So we've left it for the students to come back to us, and your final words, please.
My final words would be that in the pandemic situation, please take care of yourself and your family and be very safe. That's it.
Okay.
Because pandemic is still not gone, Now people are talking of third wave.
Yes.
And I don't know when it will finish.
Yeah. And I think I would add a little more to it by saying that the strokes which you had suggested, the gaps you had said that we'll have to complete the various loops which you had said. I think if the students do remember and consciously try to follow that, I'm sure it would be a little differentiator for them. So dear students, we look forward to offering this course to all the students. If you're interested, please mail us at nclc@nshm.com. After that, we will share with you the information. And if you have any questions or any queries for Mr. Toshnewal, please share it here. Yeah, there is one question, I guess. Yeah, it's again, thank you, sir. So people seem to be very interested and keen on the kind of interaction we had today. So thank you so much. We look forward to more sessions and we pray and wish that the pandemic would recede and we would resume on offline classes, and then we would have guests like you coming over and conducting the course with our students physically. So, but nevertheless, we will try to utilize this opportunity to do our best, because our initiative is always trying to, as I see Mr. Joydeep Banerjee as well here from the placement department, to ensure that our students get the maximum benefit of making the best out of their lives. So, this is going to be one area which would actually make a difference to them. And thank you so much for your time and for your insightful readings of most of our handwritings as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure too. But I think I can only see myself. You have...
No, of course. Yeah, you're very much, I think, yeah, there were some more questions here.
Yeah, sure. We can
I'd like to, okay, this one, If there is a gap between two words, what does it tell about the person?
No, no, it's a very vague thing. We have to see the whole handwriting. There can be gaps between the words, then can be gap between the letters. The entire handwriting has to be seen for that.
Okay. So I think once we start the course, maybe that's the first thing you will be doing
right.
is, the
Right.
first stage of the course is when your handwriting analysis would be done, following which the therapy also would be suggested. So we look forward to you, to all of you sending your names, and then we would be interfacing with Toshniwalji to understand how we take it forward. So thank you so much, sir.
Right. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you to all the students and the NSHM team for joining in. Thank you so much.